Girl, who is ready to see white Luluka today? Hello, everybody. We're starting another live stream here at Magical Cinnamon. Today is episode 15 already from Star Detective Precure. This is wild. This is wild, wild, wild. If you're here, do not forget to drop a like on the live stream. Let us chat. Let us have fun. Let us check the news. Let us record videos. Let us check out the artworks from everybody. We're going to do it all today. How's everyone doing? How did everyone feel about last week's episode? Today's moment to shine. Hello, hello. Girl, let me just... I just need to do something, which I forgot right before... I started. I checked something, and I checked something right before I started. I checked something yesterday, and I was like, I need to do it before stream, but I forgot, as I always do. Hello, Ritsuo. Hello, Pinkberry. Hello, Milo. Hello, Jeannie. Hello, Kendra. Hello, Unprompted Complier. Hello, Emu. Hello, Ella. Hello, Lisa-chan. Hello, Mac. Hello, Evil Omikyu. Hello, Sakura Uta. Hello, Aquatic. How is everyone? Hello, Mila. How's everybody doing? Hello, Keto. Hello, Fufo Mimi. How's everyone doing today? I need to check that out. Where is in the post section? Did you guys see that we are getting... Oh. We are getting... new Precure figures. Girl, I was so happy. Cure Dream and Miyuki Rose. I am so happy. Okay, yes, Precure 5. And it's like, oh, only yes, Precure 5 got things. It's...
Mimi donated £5 through Super Chat.
Oh my god, girl.
Love seeing Ray. Leo, may I get Hoshizora Miyuki? Not happy, but Miyuki on the border?
Of course you can, baby. Fufu Mimi, thank you very much. Thank you, this is very sweet. So, Hoshizora Miyuki PNG. You are a big Cure Happy fan, aren't you? You are Cure Happy. Sorry. You are her. Miyuki is so cute. She has such an adorable design. I love the designs from Smile. May. What was I gonna do? Remove BG. Because Poor Day doesn't have an image like that. Thank you so much, Fufu Mimi, for the super chat. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hello, Lauti. How are you? Hello, Koyamashiki. Breadcrumb, did you see it? Girl, this is everything. This was done by Shiny, and I love it. Girl, this is everything. And also, today, I'm going to record a video related to the interviews that came out on Animage and Animedia for Star Detective Precure. I'm going to record 2 videos, one for each magazine, because both of them are very interesting bits. And they're in one of those interviews, we have a moment dedicated to the 4 Eclair candidates. How nice is that? And I'm going to share this on the interview. I think it's very nice because this is so, like, they know what they're doing. And now we do know, like, they're kind of doing it on purpose. So I have 2 characters to add. Fufu Mimi, thank you for the super chat. Thank you very much. Oops. Girl. Thank you. Let's add Happy to the screen. I think we had... not Happy. Miyuki. We had Happy last month, didn't we? Let's get Happy up in here. She's so cute. I love this design. I love this costume. And I love the combination of pink and yellow. Pink and yellow is a combination that I adore. She's going to be here together with your OCs. Let's put her a little to the side. She shouldn't be behind Cinnamon, though. Yes. Together we are Hanamaru. It might surprise you, Leo, but Happy is actually my least favorite cure. Girl, do you like the other cures like way more? Or is she a character you just... I'm so confused right now. Excited for anything Precure related as always. Might have to shut my ears. I haven't been keeping up because uni finals. Girl, be careful. Hondo Kaede, the voice actor for Precure Mystique, will be at a convention in the United States in August. I hope lots of Precure fans go. Girl, I hope lots of Precure fans go because she deserves that. And today is added by our friend Kafu because Kafu thought that it was very cute in last week's episode. I thought episode 14 was very weird. Like, very weird. I did enjoy the episode, but it was very weird. And I was like, girl, what is going on? The new cure answer attack. Girl. I am still a little blown away by that. I am still a little blown away. I don't know if you guys are as well, but I am. I know I am. Bye, Milo. Thank you. Miyuki's design is honestly the most main magical girl design to ever exist. I think I agree with that. I made a cure Eclair edit and got 41 likes. Good job, Jeannie. Good job. I promise I have my reasons for that. I like other cures more. And I don't like that she thinks all fairy tales have happy endings. Pied Piper doesn't. Who is Pied Piper? Who's that? But I understand what you mean. I also agree. Cries in UK. Girl, I should have been in UK. I am wearing my Spice Girls t-shirt today. Hello, Geo Cub. The cure answer attack was so good. Blown away by what? The cure answer new attack. Every time a cure pulls out a sword, I'm like, yes, cure, lovely reference. That's true. That's true. It wasn't a bad episode, but it kind of felt slightly disjointed. But Hanamaru's sword was peak. I agree. It was peak. It was everything. I loved it. I'm still clapping. The cure answer attack has become my favorite attack ever. I totally understand it because it's just that good. Hoje vamos ver mais sobre a Cure Arcana Vitar. Gente, eu amei o babado. Did you guys know that Luluka has the same birthday as the legend of the world, Pablo Vittar? Pablo Vittar and Arcana Shadow share a birthday. I would never imagine that. If you don't know, Pablo Vittar is a very popular Brazilian singer who is also a drag queen. And Pablo is popular worldwide. Pablo has recently collabed with NMIX, for example. Pablo has collabed with artists like Lady Gaga, Charlie XCX, who else? Sevdaliza, and lots of other artists. Shiny, do you speak Spanish? I don't speak. I think Shiny, I mean, if you're judging that by the way Shiny wrote, Shiny was writing in Portuguese. Pied Piper of Hamelin. Oh, Hamelin. Okay. I know that by Hamelin. A fairy tale where Piper is hired to lure rats from a town, but they don't pay him, so for it. So he uses his music to lure the kids into a mountain forever. Look, I think, I mean, the kids are not to blame, so I don't, so poor kids, but do pay people correctly. That is what you should do always. Pay people correctly. That is a disrespect, and he should punish the town forever for not paying him. I agree. I just don't agree with the children because the children had nothing to do with it. The children are not the ones that are paying. I do not agree with the punishment, but I do agree that they need to be punished. Pay people correctly. And pay people for their work. I drew a lot this week. My school website got hacked by a gang. Oh my god. That episode was weird and it crushed my hopes that Rei is Cure Eclair unless they erase her memory and Luluka doesn't remember what Cure Eclair's civilian form looks like. I think that there is another possibility for that. Maybe they have erased... Eclair's memory. Maybe Eclair doesn't remember she is Eclair. That is why she's not active. But Luluka knows who she is. But she knows that Eclair doesn't have a memory anymore. And so that's why she's like, I'm not going to interact with her because she doesn't remember who I am. And we did not get too much of Luluka's perspective in that episode. So maybe she was shocked when she saw it, but we didn't see it, for example. So... there's also that possibility.
At GeoCubATL donated $4.99 through Super Chat. Excuse me. Hi. Hello. Welcome. Can you please add a literal eclair to the screen? Obrigado. Croissant baguette bread bagel baguette bread croissant.
Croissant bag. Obrigado. Obrigado, Hanamaru. Thank you, GeoCub. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Let's add an eclair. Which eclair should we add? And together with that, let us talk about today's episode. Okay, so let's go over. Oh my god. I'm confused because I just received an art for today's art corner and I can't see the art because I haven't confirmed my age on Discord and they are saying that I need to confirm my age to see this art. And I know this isn't an art that would need my age because girl, what? I am seeing what I'm going to do about that. But let's read the synopsis and then we're going to choose an eclair to be on screen. So for today's episode, we have episode 15. The Secret of Moria Luluka. Ooh. So we're going to have the letter. And they're going to learn the identity of Cure Arcana Shadow. She's a girl named Moria Luluka, and the letter will state that she was once a genius detective who solved numerous difficult cases in London. This girl is a London girl. I mean, she probably isn't, but just a joke. Guided by this information, Anna and her friends will head to a lake where the Makoto Jewel was shattered 6 months ago. They're going to investigate this place. When they reach a water intake tower, Luluka will appear before them and will vanish after leaving them with a cryptid question. What will you do once you know? And so they are going to try to discover why Luluka joined the Phantom Thieves. And so they're going to use the Precure mirror loop to examine the tower. And they will discover a scrap of paper that may serve as a clue. But at that moment, they are going to... A Pochitan will react to a Makoto Jewel, and they're going to go after it. And in a forest near the lake, they will encounter a photographer. And he lost his precious camera. This photographer is the one that they met in the first episode. Remember the wedding moment of the episode? That photographer who was there, he is going to be in the lake and his camera will have disappeared. And so I think the one important thing about the images for today are is the new Duduka image. Let's get it. This one. So this shows Duduka when she was young. Obviously she was younger. And look at the things that she are wearing, the colors that she is wearing. Girl, I can't English today. What's happening with me? Look at what she's wearing. Girl. We've been saying this for a while. Related to white. In all the years you've been a Precure fan, have you ever seen any Cure achieve the level of popularity that Cure Arcana Shadow has? I don't remember. I really don't remember, because today, let's just go over a little something. Very fast. Look at this. This is, if it loads, this is the Animage character ranking for the latest article. And we have Cure Mystique in first place, Cure Arcana Shadow in second, and Cure Answer at third. And it's very funny because obviously Arcana Shadow is the most popular Cure of the season, no doubt about it. She's like way far away from the others when it comes to popularity. But Mystique still was able to get number one in this chart. And obviously, not all of the Cure Arcana Shadow fans are buying Animage to vote on their favorite character. And if we see the votes, the numbers are not that different. 165 votes for Mystique and 133 votes for Arcana Shadow. And Answer is not that far behind. I think that Mystique also has a very solid fan base. I just think, she's clearly not the most popular, but still. And in Animedia, look at this. This is very interesting. This is the latest Animedia popularity poll. We have Uta in second place. Girl, the numbers are wild. Uta, Nana in third. Ruruka in fifth. Kokoro in sixth. Number 15 is Anna, and number 19 is Mikuru. So it's very different. Like each fan will vote on a different poll, on a different magazine, and the results are going to be a little different. Obviously, the one thing that does not lie is the sales numbers. And obviously, Arcana Shadow is the one that is selling out the most. Everything related to her sells out very, very fast. So she is clearly the most popular of the season. I'm trying to think of other seasons that characters got this much popular. I think last year we had Nana. It got to a point in a season that everything related to Nana got sold out very fast as well. The difference is that Nana did not really have a toy of her own like Arcana Shadow has, the rod, because that can measure a popularity better. But her merch in terms of acrylics and other types of merchandise that is individual got sold out. Like from the middle of the season onwards, it got sold out very fast. Nyami was also extremely popular. Yami and Lillian were very popular in Wonderful. Like their stuff sold out very, very fast as well. I'm trying to think of other seasons. I really don't remember. I think like as a phenomenon, I really think Arcana Shadow is the one to be like the phenomenon. Really, she really is phenomenal. Oh my God. Goodbye, Black Arcana. And so we also have this picture. This one. I cannot with the queen. I can't with the queen because she usually had her own costume. Her foresight costume. What's the name? Fortune telling costume. And now she has the Arcana Shadow costume. And we also have this picture of Arcana Shadow as well. I'm very curious for today. I wonder what they're cooking. And also another thing about this picture is the lily flower field here, the lily field, because it is the same as the opening. Not the same, but like it is a lily field, just like in the opening. I wonder what happened to Luluka. Oh my god. What happened to her? Who is this diva? Is it true that Niji is on 10th place of popular character chart? He might be. I haven't seen the full chart. I've only seen those tiny pieces with the Precure content. So Niji might be number 10. In the interview we're going to check out, they also talk a little bit about each of the characters from the Phantom Thieves and how popular they are. And they mention Niji, how popular Niji is being right now. So that's an interesting thing.
At Serrano Manamo donated $1.99 through Super Chat. Kira Kerala, I got the Terra Arcana Rod for the EPW.
Girl, good job. This is not easy to get. Good job, Uta. Thank you. Thank you very much for the super chat. Thank you. Also, let's get the Eclair for the screen. Not shopping. Which Eclair are we getting? Oh, lots of Eclairs here. Most popular Eclairs flavors: chocolate, caramel, coffee, hazelnut, coconut, dark chocolate, pistachio, vanilla, salted caramel, matcha, lemon, apricot, blueberry, mango, raspberry, strawberry, passion fruit, and raspberry. That's so random. Oh my god. I have never eaten an Eclair like this. This is making me so hungry already. Oh my god. Hello, Ash. How are you? Please add Luluka, if not her minimo. Okay, Luluka is not there, I think. Luluka is not there. Chocolate Eclair. Caramel Eclair. Which Eclair are we choosing? Strawberry. I think we should... There's no blue Eclair. Matcha. Pistachio and orange. Like, girl. Apricot. I would love to try the apricot Eclair. The chocolate Eclair. Most people are mentioning the chocolate Eclair. I like they chose London as an important plot thing. I think England is a place historically connected to detectives. Yes, that is a very good choice. It's very nice that they're not choosing France. I am very happy that they're not choosing France for this, because Paris, girl, I mean, Paris must be great. I've never been to Paris. I would love to go to Paris one day, but maybe one day I will go to Paris. But I'm happy that they're changing things up for a Precure season. No, let's get the Eclair here. And Moria Luluka. Don't try to distract me with numbers. I did it all for love. Bring your love, 'cause you'll never break me. Okay, so let's get the Eclair that Jacob got just to make me hungry. A chocolate Eclair. She's eating. The Eclair is going to be right here. Very close to Eclair. Girl, I want an Eclair now. I think, like, I'm thinking, like, did I ever... I don't think I ever ate... No, I ate an eclair, I remember. I remember the last time I ate an eclair. I remember. It was last year. I remembered the situation like if it was yesterday. I just remembered. It was a pistachio eclair. I was in São Paulo and we were going to Anime Friends the next day, and in the day previous, we were just hanging out in São Paulo and having fun, and I ate an eclair. A pistachio eclair. Girl, Crearia. I don't know why this is happening. Best part of an eclair is the cream. I love the creams. If eclair were French, they couldn't be original because they just use oui oui, très bien, and mademoiselle all over again. Hello, Trinity! Eclairs are more flaky. Cure Sky and Cure Prism, of course. Ash, let's go. The Queens. I have a confession. Girl, I miss Hirogaru. I think I might rewatch Hirogaru. I might rewatch Hirogaru. Oh, girl, I love this image from Prism.
At Serrano Manamo donated $1.99 through Super Chat. Got onto collectibles for 120 PLZ ad Manamo.
Oh, you got it on to collectibles. Is that it? Hello, Halt. With Jet being from London, Kyoto Detective Agency originally, I can't help but keep imagining him with Chav dialect. Oh, Yana, take that mirror loop thing in it. Girl, it is a very hard way of speaking English. Understanding English, in my opinion. A very hard way for someone like me, obviously. No! Where's Prism here? I love this Prism image from All Stars F. It's so good. And she can be like here. Are you guys voting for the Sanrio popularity poll? I need to vote. We can vote every day, right? And I haven't today. I voted like once. I voted once. The one English guy in episode 3 really threw me off because it turns out Jet and Mikuru are probably just bad at English. The Mayu plushie is staring at my soul. She can't have my soul. I don't have one. Girl, you don't have a soul, but you have a wallet. So open up your wallet and buy the Miyu plushie. Hanamaru incoming. Hanamaru. Today, have you watched the moment where Kabaton and Batamonda are arguing, not knowing their neighbors? That was everything. I loved that moment. After making L get a big moment in my planned story, I want to rewatch Hirogaru 2. Hirogaru Sky changed my brain chemistry, and then I saw a lot of people thought it was poorly written, which left me confused. Same. I don't understand. What I do understand is people maybe not liking the pacing. But I think it was it had a good pacing, I think. It's just like the normal pacing that we have nowadays for Precure, which is not to everyone's liking. And this season is very different. This season is very, I feel, very old school Precure when it comes, not old school Precure, because old school Precure, like, I don't know, Max Heart, nothing happened in Max Heart in terms of story. I think this is very Doki Doki Precure in terms of the story. Let's put it like this. I'm talking about Star Detective. What was I going to do? Uta asked for Minamo. Who here misses Princession Orchestra? Princession is collabing with something, isn't it? I saw it on Instagram. I didn't go deeper into it. Don't forget that about Orange Bird Tsubasa. Subaru is here.
At Foofall Mimi donated £5 through Super Chat. You know what? Speaking of hero for let's let Leo indulge. Capitan on border for Leo?
Girl! Foofall Mimi, did you know that I love you? Did you know that? I'm sorry, but this is the best screen we've ever had. This is the best screen we've ever had, and this is everything. This is gorge. Look, this is the screen now. I'm sorry. This is how we're gonna go on our streams. Forever. For the rest of May, and the start of July, and then June, July, August, September. Girl. Best screen ever. Ah. Thank you for Mimi. This is everything. I love my Kabaton. This is his acrylic art. Look. This is the only Kabaton merch we have. I hate it. We deserved more. More Kabaton. Not that I'm complaining, but I'm complaining we only have this. We should have more. He's right by my side, like right here. I love Kabi. The big guy of Cure Magical Cinnamon, of course. Kabaton and Cure Precious will be good friends. Girl, I'm scared about what you mean by that. I'm scared. I don't think I want to know. I don't think I want to know. I wish we had a civilian Uta plushie. Didn't we have the plushies for the civilians in Idol? We didn't, right? We didn't. We're not having those anymore. I'm looking at my Ageha plushie. Maybe they didn't sell. Is there a villain group people remember well enough you wouldn't want to make merch of villains and no one wants them? There's very few merch. There's very few merch of villains of Precure in general. Like, very few. Usually, what we have in all of the seasons, not all of the seasons, the most recent seasons, what we have is a collection of merch from the villains in Brujula. We had this for Hirogaru. We had this for Wonderful. We have it for You and Idol. We're probably going to have one for Star Detective as well. The exceptions that I can remember are two. We have one plushie for Daruizen in Delicious Party. Daruizen was extremely popular. And the second is that we had plushies for Secret Toru and Narcisse Toru in Delicious Party. Gentru already had a plushie right at the start of the season, if I remember correctly. And then we had other plushies for Gentru and Secreturu as well. For Narcisturu and Secreturu as well. So I think those are the last merch for villains in Precure that I can remember. As in, not exclusive acrylic merch. Acrylic merch we've been having every year. I don't remember when it started. I don't remember if it was in Delicious Party. I did not follow the merch that closely with Delicious Party. But Hirogaru onwards, we have an acrylic collection from the mini acrylics from the villains of every season. Last year we had For You and Idol as well. And I did not get it. Because I overspent in You and Idol. And at the end of the season, there was so much merch coming out and I did not want to get more. I mean, I wanted to get more, but I couldn't get more. It was a choice. Hello, Shine. They can eat a lot together. What did you think? I thought the same thing. I thought that they were going to sit down and eat together. Yui's stomach would growl if she saw Cabaton. I took a test in Spanish. Good job, Jeannie. Best villain group is Jikochu Trio. Dark Precure was very popular. Notoreida. I don't remember. I don't necessarily know which villain group is my favorite. Probably Happiness Charge. I love the trio from Happiness Charge. And I also loved Phantom. But like individually, I think that it is going like individually. I think it's either Cabaton. It's probably Cabaton because I have an attachment to Cabaton, and I really liked him as a villain. I think he is that kind of villain who played foul a little bit, and I liked it. I mean, all of the Hirogaru villains were amazing in their own way. They were all great. But I'm thinking right now, I also think... Girl, what was the name of the first villain from You and Idol who was a big Wata? Like, he is the most relatable villain, in my opinion. So, I don't know. I also really like him. But as a group, maybe Happiness Charge or the Phantom Thieves. The Phantom Thieves this year are really blowing me away. Blowing us all away, right? Speaking of villains, I really hope it doesn't become a trend of one of the villains doing almost absolutely nothing. Last season was Chokirine, and this season seems to be Agesane. It pisses me off. Oh, I think Agesane, the role of Agesane is the same as Chokirine. Chokirine had two roles. One of them was to be the boss, and the other one was to be like the angry lady. Agesane is the same. She is the angry lady of the season. Like, all she does is being angry. And... it's just like, I think both Chokirine and Agesane, they win because of their designs. Their designs are everything. But like they could have a little more. And I feel like Agesane is going to get a little more. I love her design, just as I did with Chokirine. Kati. Yes. Just heard gunshots outside my house. I swear this happened. Girl, what? Was he cutting? He does. He does cut. I don't blame the characters. I blame whoever Atoy clearly hates her. My favorite character from Wonderful was Nyam. It was either Nyami or Niko-sama. Either Nyami or Nico. The Hokuto villains were so good, I forgot about them, but they were individually so good. I think some of them were really good and some of them were a little forgettable. Because like I really liked the first batch of villains from Hokuto, they were amazing. And then we got to the second half and we got Jellos and Bishin? And even that guy that was very I forgot his name. That was like one of the most abused villains from Hokuto. I hated what George did to him. I forgot his name. But he was kind of boring too, I think, as a villain. I did like his design though. The writers hate their characters. I don't know about that. I don't know about that either. There are some writers that definitely hate some of their characters. I'm pretty sure that the Jujutsu Kaisen writer hates Itadori girl. He hates him so much. Someone needs to do fan art where Phantom Thieves dress up as Huntrix. With Wonderful, I'm surprised how popular Kanye got in Japan. I don't think we've had background characters being that level of popular before. The Smile villains are really iconic. Same. I love them. I love them. To be fair, there are definitely characters which are forgotten, and I do think in Precure they don't necessarily give their female villains as much variety. I think so too. I agree. I think whenever we think about villains in Precure, we get a lot of variety in male villains more than in female villains. There are lots of iconic female villains, but we see them repeating some tropes a lot. And the angry lady villain trope is heavily used in Precure. There are lots of them throughout the show. You mean the dual villains that we get every few seasons that get to die for their crimes of breathing? What? Now, what do you miss about older seasons and what do you love not having about them anymore? I think one of the things that I love not having about them anymore is that in older seasons, we used to have Precures having crushes on boys, and I'm very glad that we do not have that. I mean, we do sometimes have that. I mean, Wonderful Precure was the exception, but we don't have that excessively like we had in the first season, Futariwa, and like, yes, Precure 5 with that creepy relationship. But like, we do not have that. And I'm glad. And I feel like nowadays, even though most recent seasons focus very little on the story, in the past, we used to have even less focus on the story, I think, in general. One thing that I miss a lot about older seasons is that we used to have more fights, like more intense fights. Especially up until Yes Precure 5. I think Yes Precure 5 Go-Go did not have them as much. But excluding Go-Go, all of the seasons had like very intense fights. And we used to have like big fight moments. And a big moment in the mid-season with a big fight as well. We used to have the Cures confrontating the villains a little more than we do have nowadays. We used to have rotating villains. We had more villains in a season, and I liked that. And we used to have the Cures defeating the villains. You know, I also liked that a lot about older seasons. And also, not in older seasons as in the first few seasons of Precure, but then later, a little later, after Go-Go, we started having moments of the Cures, like a last battle of certain Cures. And sometimes we did have the Cures confronting the villains, like the generals. I loved seeing that. I remember that in Heart Catch and Happiness Charge. It was great. That should make a comeback. Like each girl kind of had a a thing with another villain and the rivalry, and they settled that in a battle. I think that is something I really would like to see coming back. And also, the girls using their power-ups outside of the stock footage. If we have power-ups, if we keep having power-ups, because we never know if they're going to keep on existing or not, I wish they would keep on using the power-ups outside of the stock footage, and also give them individual powers with the power-ups too, please. I like a lot the sweet villains. I don't like Trio the Minor that much, but I do like the other villains in Sweet a lot. Hello, Callie. Oh, Eraser. Does Darkine count as forgotten villain, or she's underused villain? I think it's because she just appeared in the last episode. I feel to probably not go into situations of a female villain going to want to Precure dead. It works for male villains having grudges with teenagers. I missed the specific villain versus Cure rivals. Me too. Less stock footage. The worst cliche in Precure was the one about the athletic girl who secretly loves fashion and falls in love easily. Also, their love interests were so ugly. Oh my god. Rivalry which Precure turned to shipping. Maybe that's why they don't have Cure's having rivalry with generals. Another thing that I love about mostly older Precure seasons, because last season also had this, but not as big as older seasons, which each character had her own character arc that culminated in her last episode that used to be a big moment. Star Twinkle had an amazing moment for each of the characters in which they got the focus on the last power-up, on the power-up attack. It wasn't something like super big, but it was like in the story, it was big. In the power-up itself, did not make much difference, but it was big in the story. The Go Princess, for example, had 2 episodes for each of the characters to close their arcs, except for Scarlet. But the others got 2 episodes to close their arcs, and that was incredible. That was incredible. I love whenever we have those big moments, those characters that, get a huge moment. Remember Smile? Each character got a huge moment. Like, we got one of the best Smile moments with the last Cure Beauty episode. Oh my god. I love it. Happiness Charge did one of the best uses of power-up in my opinion. I really like how Star Twinkle did it. I love the power-ups in Happiness Charge. I mean, the makeup is ugly. But the power-up itself was amazing. They were able to use it outside of the battle. They were able to have individual powers that did not work as finishers. I'm fine with that. But still, Akira was so refreshing as a character. I love Akira. I love Akira too. I love her. I think Kira had gorgeous character arcs for every character. I know some people did not really like Akira's character arc, but I did like it. It was the weakest of the season. It was, but it was still very good. Cure Celine's and Cure Star Final Focus episodes are some of the best Precure episodes in my opinion. Girl, the Celine. Oh my god, the Celine episode that she fought the blue villain. Oh my god. Yoshiyama, I love you. Girl, that was everything. That was everything. When people try to justify Naruto and Akane or Nana and Zakuri, I think that's something people should call out. I agree. But at the same time, I believe that this shouldn't stop the creators to write the stories that they want to. I'm glad that they wrote Nana and Zakuri like that. I think that is something that I feel worked very well for the season. And I think that it should not I'm afraid of how the public is going to see it. I don't think the writers should care about that. If they're worried, just write in a way that is clear enough. So, like, for example, the writers were not afraid of killing Daruizen in Healing Good, even though Daruizen was very popular. Like, I don't think your decisions as a writer should go for popularity. You should go for like the idea that you have in your mind and what makes sense for a show. And even though Daruizen was very popular, he was killed off. They could simply go like, oh, Daruizen is very popular. Let's keep him around until the end. Let's change what we had planned and let's make something different. It's okay to do that, but I'm glad that they didn't. I'm glad they kept their vision for his character. And they went for the decision that they made for Grace's character and what made more sense for her character until the end. I love that. I like Star Detective's very story-driven structure, but it would be great to have character-driven episodes instead of filler in the second half. I agree, Roganola. I agree, 100%. I think that the thing about not having the characters be the focus of Star Detective is more related to the fact that we are focusing too much on the mysteries. I think that is probably the reason why. And I think like whenever they work as detectives, we don't see them much as characters. What do I mean by that? For example, in episode 10, that they were going for discovering the secret behind the painting that a mom painted for her child. We only had Anna thinking about her mom at the end of the episode, that the mystery was already solved, that the Precure portion of the episode was already solved. We only had her focusing and thinking about her mom at the end of the episode. Not even something related to her mother came to her mind. It was visible to us, the viewers, throughout the whole thing. And I think that is a weird choice in a Precure season, to be honest. But we're on episode 15. There's a lot of time for them to work with stories that are character driven. I think they're doing that with Luluka a lot. We don't know her story, but they are doing that to Luluka. They're just not doing that for Anna and Mikuru. Even though I feel like they are planting the seeds already for both of their stories. Because there's like Anna, there's her mom. And Mikuru, there's lots of mysteries into her story. And certain things about her story make us go like, what is actually happening here? So something I miss about older seasons is how at least into the episodes were drawn in a better quality generally, and how the transformations were more quiet. Shine, I do agree with you about some episodes that are better drawn, but if you watch Max Heart, you're gonna see the disaster that season was in terms of drawing. And I mean, obviously I'm not going for like older seasons, only thinking about the first few seasons. But like when you get a season like Heartcatch, for example, I don't remember an episode that was badly drawn. But I think that's more related to the state of the animation industry, more than like, oh, Precure better before. The more clear character development, I think the girls grew way more as characters than they do now. I think that there is a little difference when it comes to character development nowadays. I think that character development in Precure started getting better after Go-Go. Before Go-Go, it was very weird, in my opinion. And after Go-Go, with Fresh, we started having like the gorgeous writing that we have for characters. But it feels like in certain seasons, they fail to focus on some of the characters, or they fail on the writing that they do in their characters. For example, again, Happiness Charge. Happiness Charge, when Lottie said, I don't like Healing Good, but Nodoka's arc was really cool. I just wish almost everything else was better. I agree with Lottie in that opinion, because I think that Nodoka's arc was incredible. Nodoka's arc was, oh my god, it was everything. And then we get to the other three characters. Cure Earth didn't really have an arc of her own and a story of her own. I mean, she did, but her arc got resolved very early. It was with the latte situation. And then later on, when they got the power-up, it was also a little bit related to her as well. Nothing special, nothing remarkable. I think Hinata was the one that suffered because of the pandemic. She lost an episode, and they had to cram the end of her character in this at the start of the last battle. So it was a crammed resolution for her character. And then we get to Chiyu. I think Chiyu has a complete story arc. All of her episodes are related to her as a character and what she wants to do and the doubts that she has in life, etc., etc. But it was bad. It was lackluster. Like, they worked with Chiyu. They worked with her. And the writing was there. Everything exists for her character. You cannot call her character a forgotten character or a character that didn't really have episodes that were focused on her. No, everything related to her was there. It just didn't hit. For me, it didn't hit. It was bad, you know? And I think even with the problems with Hinata's character, because she did not have an end episode of her own, all of the other episodes related to her are there in the season. And I don't think one episode to close her arc would save her character arc either, because I feel like it was very disjointed. But I do like Hinata as a character. I just didn't really feel a connection with her episodes as a whole. But in terms of like Healing Good in general, I feel like Nodoka and Chiyu like got really complete character arcs. They really hit it with Nodoka, and they didn't really hit it with Chiyu, but with Nodoka they really did. It's everything. Just like, for example, Smile. I think Smile is a season that worked with all 4 characters. Oops. It worked with all 5 characters. But in terms of like great writing, peace, and beauty, like Yayoi and Reika, in my opinion, they really got the best. I also like Miyuki's storyline. And then we get to Now and girl, what's her name? Sunny. I forgot Sunny's name. But we got to both March and Sunny. I think they got like the short end of the stick in terms of writing in the season, even though Now is my favorite. I love her. But I think like in terms of storyline, Reika's storyline, Yayoi's storyline, Akane. Yes. It was hard for me to finish Max Heart because I found it boring, and those are the worst villains in the entire Precure series. I like the I like the villains in Max Heart. I think the worst villains we've had were, I don't know, like the worst villains in my opinion were those villains in Go-Go. There was the first villain from Splash Star. I forgot his name. Those 2 fishermen from Go-Go that I also forgot the name. They are the most... No, they're not the most forgettable villains, because the most forgettable villain is the one from Mahotsukai. I can't with the the green Mahotsukai villain. The first from the second half. I always forget his name. He is the most random villain in I don't remember a thing about him. I remember his design, and I don't think he has a bad design, but it's just bad. I feel like fans overlook Mikuru's mysteries compared to the other 3 cures. I think it's because her mysteries have been they haven't been the focus of the show at all. They haven't been the focus of the show. So they will be at a certain point. Hinata was my favorite in Healing Good, mainly because I feel like she's one of the most relatable cures. Yes, I think Hinata is a good trope of a character, and I think she was worked nicely when she was on screen, you know? Like, I like the one off-putting thing to me is Cure Sparkle's colors. I can't. She's so ugly. I mean, I like the design. I don't like the who chose those colors. I personally loved Akane episodes to the point where when I rewatched Smile last year, she became one of my top 10. My favorite one was the beach one that they played. It was an Akane and Now episode at the same time. Remember? I loved that. Who's your favorite ship in Smile? I don't have a ship in Smile. I don't have a ship in Smile. I liked Sparta too. Sparta was my favorite. And Sparta is another one of the green ladies. Of the green lady. Of the angry ladies. Oh my god, I am messing everything today. She is another one of the angry ladies. I love Asumi. Please don't bully me. Joking, but I do love Asumi. Asumi has a great design. I do have the harp. I remember I bought the harp and the pandemic hit, and then they couldn't ship it, and the harp arrived. It was so messy. Do you guys remember? Do you guys were around during that time? It was so messy. Like, it was so messy. It was a horrible era for us humans. And Precure was on hiatus, and then when Healing Good came back again, they needed to release the Cure Earth merchandise, but the episodes were very behind. And so we got all of the merch, and Cure Earth was nowhere to be seen yet in the show. So Ageha! Labut. No, not Labut. Isn't Labut the red one? I don't remember. Labut Matsukai. I think Labut is the red one. That's not who I'm talking about. I'm talking about the green one from the second part. I don't remember his name. I think the first Mahotsukai villains were very good. Like the first trio. They were amazing. The three of them were amazing. Batty, when I saw Batty for the first time, I was like, he is the most boring villain ever in Precure. And then at the end of the first arc, he became a very strong villain. Like, he is one of the villains to question the big villain, and I really liked that. And I loved Batty. And I loved Batty in Mirai Days as well. And the Gamitsu, was it Gamitsu? Gamitsu was great. I loved him. And Sparta, the queen. And then the second half, horrible. Everyone was horrible. That one Maho villain that got a body pillow was Orba. Orba was the one. People get so confused about my favorite cures. Continental, Flora, Flower, Cure Rose, Cure Priestess. Oh my god, Fufamimi, that is the craziest favorite selection ever. The concept of a Precure villain body pillow. That's that's crazy, right? Let's see. Because he was a handsome villain. He was a handsome. I can understand people thirsting for him. Not that I thirst for him, but I can understand. This was the body pillow. And this was his final form. Those were the three villains from the second half. And we also had Labut. And this green villain right here, I do not remember his name. Like, he is the most forgettable thing ever. And then we have him. He did get a body pillow. We have official Precure body pillow. This was the body pillow. We do have Precure body pillows. And like, as it's saying here, this isn't good. I agree. I don't like the idea of body pillows of the Cures. This I'm okay with. 100%. But this, no. And I remember there's body pillow from Kira Kira. And the arts are really nice. But I do not like that it exists. This art should be something else, like acrylics. I don't know. Posters. Wall scrolls. Ego Shaman Dude. Shakings. Shakings. When did this villain did something remarkable? I do not remember a single thing he did. Like, one single thing. This design goes hard. But I don't remember a single thing that this thing did. Cool design. But, girl. Like, when did this happen? Who are you? If you told me this is going to be the villain of the next Precure season, I would be like, oh, that's a nice design. Because I don't remember anything this character did. Oh my god. Hello, Precure Arcana Precure. My body is a pillow. I feel like if Kabaton was a body pillow, I would totally... Oh my god. Girl, if Kabaton got a body pillow, I would get 100 body pillows from Kabaton. I would put it in all of my room. Oh my god. Thank you. Oh my god.
GeoCub ATL donated $1.99 through Super Chat. When did this villain did something remarkable? Green heart.
He didn't. We're still waiting. Thank you, GeoCub. When did this villain did something remarkable? Now, because we're talking about him. Hello, Kirisaul! That villain is from Mahotsukai. Yeah, he is. And Laboot is nice. Laboot is nice. Where is Laboot? I mean, design-wise, I like it. He cute, isn't he? So, like, those are the Maho villains from the second half. Like, Laboot was, like, the boss. And the others were the henchmen. And the other three, we had Shakins, Benigio, and Orba. Benigio was the angry lady. She was Sparta 2.0. Like, she was kind of, like, a little bit sexier, a little bit spicier with the way she acted. But she was still the angry lady. I do not remember anything about Shakins, and Orba was also a little bit like a tease. And Laboot, I do not remember either. Like, personality-wise, I do not remember. But I do like the design. And he's chubby, so I like it. Where is he? I like it. But in terms of designs, I think Hirogaru gets it. Hirogaru gets it. I don't want to sound ridiculous. I don't know who this man is. Orba was better. So squishable. The mighty Laboot. That's a bada. Ooh, girl. She was that red lady from Max Heart having a kid with Sparta. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I liked the lady from Max Heart. I liked her. I liked that that old like guy that was like golden. I like that blonde guy with like long hair. Where's Max Heart? I don't remember their names. It's been so long. Uraganos was nice. I liked him. Vibris was nice. And Circulus. Girl, Circulus? Was that his name? I would never remember that. I like his design. They were like, this was a completely different era. Like, who remembers this? This was a cute plot in Max Heart. I liked it. Uraganos taking care of the little kid was great. It was great. But, and the fights were all nice too. I mean, some of them were nice. The Futariwa fights were better than the Max Heart fights. The Splash Star villains are also phenomenal, except for the first one. All of the others are great. The spider villain from Splash Star was also like meh. But I do like the others. The others were all great. Moerumba was I love Moerumba. Shitatare was great. Kintoleski was everything. I loved Kintoleski. Girl, where is Kintoleski? Kintoleski Precure. I loved him. Girl, he was everything. He was everything. Michiren Kaoru, obviously gorgeous. Shitatare. I love this design. I love this design. Girl. Oh my god. This is me. Whenever someone says anything bad about Kabaton, this is the face I make. Oh my god. Chronosto. Chronosto was everything. Hello, yes! Hikari and Hikaru were goofy. Yeah. The kid always reminds me of SpongeBob. It makes me laugh that their heights change depending on the situation. That's true. That's true. My favorite Precure villain is the very quiet lady from the end of Tariwa Precure who would mumble several times before yelling loudly. Girl, I did not remember her. Who was her name? The villains from Futariwa. They were nice. They were nice. Chronosto was everything. I loved the guy. What was his name again from Mirai Days? I loved him. I loved his story. I think his story is very relatable, you know? Kintoleski was my first crush on a guy. He's how I found out I was bi instead of a lesbian. Why does he look like a banana? What about Moerumba? He birthed cunty Precure villains. He did. He did. Moerumba was everything. Fresh villains were everything. Scorp was everything. Have you guys seen that video of ranking villains about how they would do in drag? Yes. I love that video. If you guys haven't seen it, this is the channel. And if you guys haven't seen this channel, you're missing out, because Aria does lots of content related to both Pokemon and Precure, and also drag. Aria is a drag queen, and she does lots of like tier lists and content related to Pokemon and Precure, and that is everything. Check out Aria's channel, Aria Zero. If you don't know her channel, you're missing out. Her videos are everything, and her drag is gorgeous. Scorp was good. Scorp was the one who got killed, right? I love that. he suffered. Scorp, because Scorp was from an era that the Precure villains got killed. Still got killed. Like the Cures killed them. And he got killed by... and like, usually they were killed and like nothing big happened. They just disappeared. But he got killed, and there was a dramatic moment when he got killed. And I was like... I was sad. I was sad. He did not deserve it. I mean, it was cool because it was like, Milky Rose is powerful. Aria is fun. I love her videos. I'm a fan of Aria. Me too. I'm a fan of Aria. Scorp is past tense. Yes. I found out a while ago that Ida shares his VA with Luffy in Japanese. Ida? Really? Ida. Luffy's voice actor is icon. Icon. Anyways, let's get some recordings done today. we need to go deeper into Star Detective Precure. And I really want to do this because the interviews that we're going to check out are very nice. I think I'm starting with the Murayama Isao interview. Because he's the writer. And in this interview, he talks about how people write the episodes. And this is something I did not know in Precure. Like, there are lots of writers, right? And the writers, they like, how do they write things? I remember there was an interview on Idol Precure, and they said that the writers were very free in terms of like writing things, and they just corrected some things or not. But in this season, it seems the writers are not that free. You're going to understand why as we go on. So this is Animedia. Detectives. I just need the images. Killed by the best looking character in Go-Go. Bunby was goated. Bunby was everything. I miss when villains had the comic book eyes. It was a cool design. I want the Dio voice actor man to come back to Precure. Murayama, please keep cooking. Please. Please keep cooking. He really is going all out this season. He really is going all out, and we've been living. Are you guys watching Lulu to Lily? Are you guys liking it? Are you guys having fun? The last Lulu to Lily episode was very surprising. It was so out there with the TV show. I was like, girl, what? And I loved it. I loved it. And also another thing that we're going to see is that they did not plan to have Answer and Mystique debuting together. They were supposed to debut separately, and they were going to debut in different episodes. It was Answer in the first and Mystique in the second or third episode. And thankfully, they changed it. Okay, so the first thing is the story. The mysteries. And Murayama Isao is writing every mystery from every episode. That is also kind of wild if we think about it, because this man is really working this year. Like, he's probably like heavily involved. There's a moment in the mysteries that they put the names of the characters down. I need a moment like that. Initial planning. How did you go about creating the mysteries into every episode? Right, Anna and Mikuru. This one. Detective story. Thieves. Okay, solving issues without magic. I think this one is good. There's another thing that is interesting is that the Phantom Thieves. Why did they introduce Usanor this early in the show? Dual transformation here, and then Phantom Thieves, and then the dual transformation. And they also talk about Luluka and her popularity, how strong of a character she is. Also Anna. And then I need a Mikuru moment. Where is it? Kira Cinnamon looks so good as Eclair. She does it, doesn't it? I need to watch it. Anyone know if the official subs for Luluka are good? I have no idea. Leo, you know the main writer of Hugto is writing most of the episodes in the second half. From Hugto, you mean? That's nice. Hello, Andiswa. I need the civilian form of Eclair to be leaked, or whether Arcana will change her form. Mother's Day tomorrow. Oh my god, Callie, good luck, girl. Good luck tomorrow. It's not gonna be easy. Are you guys celebrating? I bought my mom lemon scented soap, a lemon scented soap bar. Oh, and there are so many nice details about Luluka that we're gonna share. This shot of Luluka is everything. And the fairies. And then the Phantom Thieves. This moment that they talk about the Phantom Thieves is really good. Talk about Goemon, and then Kido is gonna be angry about it because, like, Agesane is just like, they just mention her very fast. Like, they just go over her like very fast. They talk about the other two a little bit more, and then Agesane, oh, she's based on Agaru. That's it. Okay, so let's go. Let me just see if I can find the cover. Ani Media, May 2026. Is this Uma Musume? Project Sekai. Project Sekai featuring Hatsune Miku. That's the cover. Which is this cover right here. I finally found animators for each Precure transformation. I'm working Circus Concept. Nice. Hello, Tunes. Y'all scared me. UK's Mother's Day is back in March. This is so funny because, like, everywhere in the world is a different date. I know in Japan it's also tomorrow, just like here in Brazil. Who the fuck is UK? Miku mentioned. We love Miku here. Anyways, let us go. Let us start. I'm getting my Black Kitty light because I'm a Luluka fan. Let's go. Anyways, I'll be recording and won't be reading the chat. Do not forget to send me your artworks or memes or crafts, if you've been doing them in my Instagram, Discord, etc. Bring them on. We're going to record now. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Damn it. Starting now. Hello everyone, it's Leo, and one of the things that I love doing here on the channel is bringing secrets, or at least curious trivia or details of the production part of a Precure season. In this video, we are checking out a special interview with Murayama Isao, who is the main writer of Star Detective Precure. This interview was present in Animedia, the May issue, which is this one with Project Sekai and Hatsune Miku. And in this magazine, we have some Precure articles, and one of them is this interview with Murayama Isao. So this is the one that we are checking out here. If you don't know, Murayama Isao, apart from being the head writer of Star Detective Precure, is also the head writer of Mahotsukai Precure, Star Twinkle Precure, and Mahotsukai Precure Mirai Days as well. And now this veteran Precure person is coming back, has come back to work on Star Detective. And his work on Star Detective is really, really crafted. We can understand his thought process behind lots of things, which is what we are checking out in this video. So the first thing that he talks about in this interview was the proposal that he received from Toei Animation and the producer, Aramaki Soya. And he received the first proposal and told him that a detective story might be pretty hard. We live in an era with smartphones, security cameras, AI apps, and people just have those applied to their real lives. And because of that, driving a narrative with detectives would be highly difficult. But when they told him that the protagonist would time slip back to 1999, he thought, okay, we might be able to pull this off. So it's interesting that this was not his idea. The idea that we were going to have a Precure season with time travel with a character that is not from this timeline did not come from Isao himself. It came from the production side of this Precure season before they chose the writer. And then he said that actually during Mahotsukai Precure, he was also the writer for Mahotsukai. He said that there was also an idea to incorporate time slipping into the story. It ended up getting scrapped because they felt it would be too hard for the younger kids to understand. They made it happen later on in another story from Mahotsukai, which is Mirai Days. But for Tanpuri, it's the first time it's been adopted in a main in the TV series, in a main TV series of a Precure season. So it feels like a dream come true for him. And he also said that the initial planning for Star Detective was even more niche than it is nowadays. They were targeting a slightly older demographic, and the scenario would feature much more difficult puzzle solving. The staff was super hyped about it, but the conversation ended up with the question, isn't it a bit too niche? And so they decided to dial back the difficulty of the mysteries, and he felt that making the mysteries too easy would ruin the project. And so he stuck to a structure where the Precure would solve a mystery in every single episode, but they tried to tone the mystery. It shouldn't be that easy, but it shouldn't be very hard either. Another thing he talks about is the creation of the mysteries in every episode. And Murayama says that he is the one that creates every single mystery in every single episode. And he is always trying to go for that appropriate difficulty, a mystery that kids should be able to solve on their own, but it's also not boring for adults. And this is something very hard. He is having a hard time. And so he is writing the sheets for the writers of each episode, because Precure works like this. There is a head writer for the season, but each episode has its own writer. Murayama Isao, apart from being the head writer, has also written lots of Star Detective Precure episodes. But in some other episodes, this isn't him. It's another writer. So what does he do? He writes in the order sheet that he gives out to the writer of that episode. He details everything that that writer needs to include in that episode. And I think this is a very interesting point of information because this is something I did not know happened like this. So this is how Murayama Isao does. In this sheet, he includes the incident that is going to happen in the episode and the mystery that is going to be present in that episode. He also writes about the theme of the overall episode, the narrative of the episode, and which parts of the overarching main story will be revealed. So everything is in the sheet for the writer of that episode to put in the episode. All of those things need to be present in that episode. The person just needs to arrange that into the episode format, into 24 minutes, etc. And I think this is a super cool piece of information, especially in a season like Star Detective that is having a lot of the lore being revealed slowly. That means that the person who is writing the episode might not know the full story, but they know that they need to reveal that specific thing about the story in the episode. I think this is a very nice piece of information. And he says that writing the order sheets is probably the hardest part of the work. And he is constantly agonizing over them. And he also says that Star Detective requires a lot of research into 1999 culture and the trends. And so the individual writers, they will also do this research to think and understand what they're going to add into each episode. And he is full of respect and gratitude for the incredibly high quality scripts that they manage to turn in, despite everything that they have to do. He also talks about Anna and Mikuru, and he talks about the fact that since this is a detective series, they just don't only focus on Anna and Mikuru. And so the staff of this season had lots of discussions how a detective show should fundamentally be. And so how do the detective shows usually work? In a lot of detective shows, you have a setup where the protagonist is the person in trouble, and then there is a suspect, and the detectives are usually eccentric weirdos. Precures are usually idols for kids. So they cannot be weirdos. They have to be admirable for kids. And so they positioned both Anna and Mikuru as characters with clear goals and clear willpower. They want to help people in trouble. They want to be a brilliant detective who is able to cleanly solve the cases. Anna wants to help people. Mikuru wants to be a detective. And so they try to incorporate that into every single episode of Star Detective. And still about detectives, there's also the fact that they are detectives in a show with a lot of magic. But they also bring in other things when it comes to Precure, right? One of the things that they do is bring in the names of the guest characters at the bottom of the screen in each episode that there are lots of different suspects. They bring in the names down there. And this is one of the things they wanted to try out in Star Detective. And if they are going to establish this as a proper detective story, they have to ensure that the flow of the incident according to the final deduction is driven by the characters without relying on mysterious powers. And so what they do is they don't try to incorporate magic into the mystery solving when it comes to Star Detective. The Precures, they need to find evidence through their own means, not relying on Precure magic. They do have their gadgets, and the gadgets help them, but the gadgets are only a means of helping them achieve the logic through their own thinking. And if both sides just relied on mysterious powers, the detective premise would not work. And they even mentioned that even the Phantom Thieves, they're going to use like smokescreen bombs to just vanish. It's not like they're simply vanishing through magic. This is something that is also mentioned in the interview. And they also mentioned that the Phantom Thieves, they enjoy the act of stealing as if it were a stage show. So instead of just running away immediately, they make sure to properly face off against the Precure. And so they also structured the narrative of the Phantom Thieves as if Usonoir is watching it all unfold. Just really like a stage show. And they also mentioned the fact that Usonoir was introduced very early on in this season, and they mentioned the reason for that. They revealed Usonoir's identity very early on because that they did not want to cause unnecessary stress for the kids that are watching. And I don't understand this answer, especially after episode 13. Girl, that episode was very stressful, even for us adults. Imagine for the kids. I am joking, obviously. But they did not want to add unnecessary stress for the kids. And I can understand that because whenever a character is shadowed or only speaking without us seeing them, it can be even scarier than us actually seeing the full boss. And they also mentioned that having something precious stolen is genuinely scary for a child. And they also have Arcana Shadow on the villain side, which is a cure. And they need to have a lot of screen time. The Phantom Thieves have a lot of screen time in this show. And so they want to alleviate any anxiety by bringing Usonoir right from the beginning. Girl, this character is giving me a lot of stress already, but I do understand the idea. Another thing is related to the characters and the developments of each of them. And so we start by discussing both Anna and Mikuru, or Answer and Mystique. And Murayama Isao mentions right at the start of this piece of the article that he was the one who pushed for Anna and Mikuru to have a dual transformation. The original plan was for Anna to transform into Cure Answer in the first episode and Mikuru to transform in episode 2 or 3. But he felt that doing a simultaneous dual transformation in the first episode was the absolute best way to go. The first episode already has a lot to establish, so putting it all into 24 minutes was brutal. But two girls from different eras meeting, holding hands, transforming together is incredibly hype, isn't it? And so it really emphasized the feeling that they were only able to transform because those two girls from different times crossed paths. It must have been a lot of hard work for the animation team, but he is very glad that he pushed for that episode 1 dual transformation. And I'm glad to thank you, Murayama Isao, that worked perfectly. And so he also talks a little bit about how they portray each of the characters. He says that Anna is the type to immediately jump into action, and Mikuru is the one who overthinks and try to analyze things before making a move. The standard trope for a pink Precure is that they might be average at school, but they excel in intuition and charisma. But then they subverted this trope for Tanpuri. Cure Answer's color is purple, but they really went for this brilliant detective with a sharp mind. But on top of that, she is a deeply compassionate and kind character who can't ignore someone in need. When crafting the story, they really wanted to highlight those aspects about both of the characters. And talking about the characters, we have Luluka, who transformed in episode 11 into Cure Arcana Shadow. Cure Arcana Shadow is a very important character in Star Detective, and they have planned for her to debut in episode 11, and there is a reason for that. Right from the planning stages, they intended to wrap up the first few major story arcs around episode 11 or 12, so the timing of her appearance fit perfectly. For kids, Precure are ultimate heroes of justice. So having a Precure on the enemy side carried a real risk of causing confusion or making her disliked. The team was pretty anxious about whether she would be accepted. So they packed her with traits that kids would love, like her obsession with ice cream, her mannerisms, and her tone of voice. And also, the character designer, Yano Akane, made her 100 times cuter on top of that. As a result, she ended up standing out so much that right now, Murayama Isao is asking himself if they overdid in the way they created Ruruka. And there's also the fact that Ruruka speaks very little in the show. And they mentioned that this was also something that they have intended. Ruruka is a classic silent character. Whatever Cure Arcana Shadow wants to say is usually spoken on her behalf by someone else, and this someone else is her fairy partner, Mashutan. Even during the Phantom Thieves catchphrase, Lai Lai Sir, Ruruka is not actually saying it. She is just mouthing the words. She's just lip syncing. And when thinking about Ruruka's character, they figured she wouldn't want to say it out loud. So they just went with Mashutan saying it and not Ruruka. And Ruruka is also the only character that does not call Usonoar-sama. She just calls him Usonoar. And Murayama Isao says that this is definitely part of her personality. Mashutan adds sama to Usonoar. Why is that? Because Mashutan is a social butterfly. She knows how to navigate the social world. It's not because Mashutan believes that Usonoar is someone to be admired or respected, but she knows that she is not in the same position as him. And so socially, she uses the sama and she also knows that Ruruka is not really on the side of the Phantom Thieves. So she uses it as a respectful way of showing that they're lower than him, without actually meaning it, probably. And Ruruka does not use it at all. And still talking about the fairy partners, he also mentions that it's very important to keep the fairies cute. They want the presence of the fairies to soften any fears the Phantom Thieves might cause. This is one of the reasons why Mashutan is so present in the scene. And also about Pochitan. Pochitan is a key character. She holds the power to return Anna to her original time, so they keep that in mind whenever they're writing Pochitan. And as the story progressed, the Phantom Thieves also developed into very lovable characters. And it got to a point where the staff was throwing around opinions like, what do we do? They're not scary at all. Goemon became a character with a very strong moral backbone, which is very fitting since his motif is the righteous thief Ishikawa Goemon. They also mentioned that Agesen is based on a Gyaru, and they end up by talking about Niji. And they say that Niji became incredibly popular thanks to a combination of beautiful visuals, fun dialogue, and a wonderful voice acting. However, the act of stealing itself is a bad thing. And so they make a conscious effort to properly depict the sadness of the people who have their precious items stolen, and to show that the thieves are still doing something terrible. And to finish off, they talk a little bit about what we can expect after episode 15. And he mentioned that they have solved the Phantom Thieves cases. The Kyoto Detective Agency will start gaining public recognition. They will start receiving different types of requests, and the scope of their activities will expand. The background and the true goals of Cure Arcana Shadow will also gradually come to light. The story of Star Detective Precure is constructed with many layers so that anyone can enjoy it. Preschoolers can enjoy the lovely Precure and cute fairies. Elementary schoolers can have fun solving the mysteries. For parents and older viewers like us, he says that they hope that we can enjoy the nostalgic 1999 setting while trying to deduce the grand overarching mystery of the entire narrative. They've properly scattered foreshadowing for that major mystery all over the place, so please try to find the clues. A lot of new mysteries are going to kick off in episode 15, so he hopes that we will keep on tuning in every week without missing a single one. This is very, very exciting. And there's also a note in the magazine about Luluka that says, despite being a member of the Phantom Thieves, Moria Luluka, who had yet to take any direct action, suddenly closes in on Anna and the others in episode 11, Cure Arcana Shadow appears. Just when it seems like she is going to steal the Makoto jewel, she leaves it be and instead defeats the Haninda that was obstructing her goal. Furthermore, in episode 13, Star Detectives vs. Phantom Thieves, she even showed signs of protecting the two girls from Usonoir. Luluka's secret is supposedly written in a letter that Jet Senpai requested from the Kyoto Detective Agency in London. But is she truly an enemy? Keep your eyes on the objectives and future moves of the still mysterious Cure Arcana Shadow / Luluka. Oh my god! This interview just gave me major goosebumps because it just brought so much. I love checking out those because they really, really bring the flavor and so much nice information about a season. I loved learning how Murayama writes those notes for the writer of the main episode. That must be a lot of work. And it has a strong control of the overall narrative of Star Detective. That makes me believe that we're going to have a very solid season from start to finish. And I cannot wait for more. And as babies, this is it for today. If you like this type of video, please comment down below. I love doing those because I love discovering those things while I'm recording as well. So this is very, very nice. And this is it for today. Wanna take a small little moment of the video to thank the Magical Cinema production team for helping me with this content, especially Ino. Thank you very much. And if you've watched episode, thank you so much as well. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye bye. Yes, we did it. Unless he forgot to start recording. Oh my god. Imagine. Rip Agasane, it's not your fault they can't write evil women. Usonoir almost killed them. So unstressful. Girl, this is so funny. Like, oh, we're showing Usonoir early to not stress the kids. Really, bitch? And let me show something. Let's discuss something that Dogenrola brought to my attention that I did not notice. Hello, Lee. Hello, Sophia. Cure Eclair candidate vote. Let's do it. Who's Cure Eclair? Rei. Kurea. Elisa. And Shiruku. I could have added, like, no one, but I forgot. Sorry. Crack theory time. We now know who Usonoir really is. Whenever the website loads. If you have arts, do not forget to send them to me. Why isn't Niji on there? I forgot to add Niji. Plot twist, Kabaton is cure, Eclair. A little birdie told me you were talking about my husband while I'm not here. No, I wasn't. I was talking about my husband. My husband. So, in here we have the profiles of the characters, right? Niji, Agesane, Goemon, and Usonar. This is Usonar's profile, right? As you can see here, Usonar is this person. But look at him. And then look at him here. Do you see that there's just Usonar here, right? In the regular picture. But in the profile picture, there is some...
Mimi donated £5 through Super Chat.
Oh my god.
Leo, I've DM'd you a Nendo sipping on Fury Shake. If it's okay to add her to the border?
Of course it is. Of course it is. Thank you very much, Mimi. Thank you. Thank you very much. And so, as we were checking out, regular, like the profile picture of Usonar, the regular one, nothing behind him. But then this one, there is something behind him, and there's a weird color here. Isn't there? There's a weird color. I wonder who has that color in the show. Where are the fairies? Oh. There's one character that has this color. I mean, Shiraku kind of does as well. But... girl, no. We found Usonar. We found Usonar. It's actually Shushutan is behind him. Hello, Teacup! Hello! Usonar is Cure Lillian. Usonar is Cure Lillian. That's it. But girl. It's the same color. How I feel trying to convince people that the tiniest detail means Yellow Cure comeback. Hello, Banane! Girl, I'm that's it. We discover now who Usonar really is. We have discovered. And I was going to record another video, but there's not going to be enough time. So I'm going to record off stream the other interview while we check out the art. Usonar is Ginger Mint. Girl. Oh my god. I was watching RuPaul's Drag Race today. I was watching it. I was watching the new All Stars. They uploaded it on YouTube, but they cut off the lip sync. And I was pissed because I wanted to see the lip sync. I was like, girl, where is the lip sync? I don't know who those drags are. I stopped. Like, the last season of Drag Race I watched was that season. I don't even remember. I think it was the season that had Gottmik, Rose. Who won that season? Gottmik, Rose. Who won that season? I'm forgetting the Simone. I think that was the last season I watched. And now there's one drag that's called, like, I really liked her, called Dawn. And I'm like, who are you? I don't know half of those. I know who Eclair is. I like Eclair. I love her. She has the best looks. I love Eclair. I'm rooting for her. Who isn't Cure Eclair? So it's actually shut, and this is false information. Usanora is a puppet marionette. It's definitely Shushutan. It's definitely Shushutan. Those hair curls feel close to the legendary detective's hair color. Girl. Stop. It's Mikuru's mother. It all makes sense now. Mikuru's mom is Usanor. Girl. No. No. Look at what Fufo Mimi added to the screen. A little sip of false information. We are here bringing you breaking news, breaking information. This you won't find anywhere else. This is real. This is real info. Usonoir is Mikuru's mother, and Mikuru's mother is actually Shushutan. Do you get sick very often? No. Everyone is Cure Eclair. Mystique Summers Madison is back when Cure Mystique is on her show. Coincidence? I think you're so real. You're so real for that. Everyone is Cure Eclair. I'm Eclair. Leo's Eclair. Gio's Eclair. Omikyu's Eclair. Sophia's Eclair. We are all Cure Eclair in this household. Mikuru's mother isn't Eclair because she is Shushutan, unless Shushutan is also Eclair. That was my first theory. I remember when I saw everyone, I was like, it's her. She is Eclair. When we saw the first leak, we had all the girls. We had no Eclair. Hello, Enjoy. I did see an Usonoir is Eclair theory recently. I like that. I like that theory. I like it. Oh my god, Teacup, this is so cute. I think this has a black background. Let me remove it. I have removed BG easy here. Let me see if this is gonna work. Girl, she's everything. We're going to have a great addition to the screen. Look at this. By Teacup. Onaji teacup, teacup, miruku irete. No. Eiji ano manaka de. We have the queen bringing us the future. Eclairs assemble. Together, we are Cure Eclair. Futari wa Cure Eclair. That would be iconic. That would be iconic. Imagine together we are Cure. Futari wa Cua Eclair. And we have 2 of the girls transforming into Cure Eclair and 2 of the girls transforming into Shushutan. Bring it on. Girl, I'm loving the crack theories of this season. They're just everything. Anyways, let's get the arts ready. You are so Cure Eclair. Eclair red. Eclair blue. Eclair yellow. Meitantei Sentai. Cure Eclair girl. No. Le, would it be possible you make a 10th anniversary of your channel live stream? Of course, girl. Next year, if I'm still alive, we're going to celebrate 10 years of Magical Cinema. And yes, there's going to be a live stream. I need to do like a little party or something. I need to plan ahead. I need to do what? Save. Anyways, let's get the arts ready. Girl, it's almost time for the episode. I'm late today. Oh my god, we have great arts. I can see that already. I did it all for love. Bring your love, 'cause you cannot shake me. Don't try to distract me with numbers. Oh my god! I'm a victim of the Cure Arcana Shadow Sickness. New video. This Precure is ruining my life, so I made her dessert spread. It is Imani. I need to watch that video. Oh my god. I love it. Girl, I just saw the thumbnail and I'm like freaking out already. I did it all for love. Let's do karaoke for the 10th anniversary. We can do that. That was Cure Eclair. He's just not telling us. And Shushutan is actually Kabaton. Ranger. Can I be Eclair Gold? Hello, Brandon. Keto, bye-bye. Have a good night. We're going to do karaoke, but we're going to do karaoke sometime soon. We're going to do karaoke sometime soon, like, because I promised, and I love karaoke. Girl, I just love karaoke. It's just something. Oh, now I see why Discord thought. That was like, I see it. I did it all. Where is Crearia here? Because Discord did not want to share one of her images with me. I haven't verified my age on Discord. Now I just discovered. Someone sent me an Usonoir image. Why is Usonoir here? Girl, why am I so late today with the arts? There's gonna be time. I hope so. Shut is cure Eclair. Everyone is Eclair. Thank you, Genie. Try to breathe, my head is underwater. God keep my head above water. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. I know what all of us are doing after stream. Not me, I have to study, but I will tonight. If Mikuto's mother is really Usonoara, that would make sense. Girl, I love that theory. If that is not real, I'm gonna be angry at Mr. Isao. Maybe he is not the one who writes those things. He just has to arrange those in the season. Because now we discovered that he isn't the one who came up with certain ideas, right? Pink berry. Oh my god.
At GeoCubATL donated $4.99 through Super Chat. Leo, wagon is cure Eclair. Can you please add wagon from Resha Sentai to QJ? To QZ again? Locomotive high-speed train railway track light rail.
Light rail. Thank you. Wagon. Thank you. Hello, Damen. Wagon. Girl, how do you read that? Wagon Resha Sentai to Kyuger. Resha Sentai to Kyuger. It's the diva. Girl, does she slay in the show? Because here she does. Look at her. A wagon has never slayed this much. She even has lips. That couple that keeps showing up in Tampuri, Cure Eclair, both are Cure Eclair. Wagun. Wagon. Oh, I thought it was a wagon, like a wagon from a train. Girl, what a diva. I'm obsessed. Why are you so obsessed with me? Boy, I wanna know. Lying that you everybody knows. This song reminds me, you know what this song reminds me of? Grand Chase, because I used to play Grand Chase while listening to this Mariah Carey album. What if Anna's dad is Usonoir? Maybe. I'm vibing. Bring on the wild theories that I'm vibing. Girl, I need to finish getting the arts. Because we're running out of time. But I think I have them all. I'm just getting Omikyu. Let me see if there's more. Oh, no, there's more. Yes. There's Shiny artwork. Shiny sent them to me. He didn't say I was supposed to share, but I will share. Because I want to. Okay, let's go. Where is it? Here. Let's change. My dad is Usonoir. The family lore is about to go crazy. We are about to go crazy. But now, before we go crazy, I'm going to change into Cinnamon. Let's go. The bouquet from the first episode is Eclair. The extravagant prince of the Sweets Kingdom in Kira Kira Precure a la mode is Usonoir. Oh my god. Anyways, we are starting today with Rogen Noodla, who's bringing us this cute Anna drawing. This is everything. This is so adorable. And Rogen Noodla also brought us the first Uso Noir artwork ever. We never got Uso Noir here on the channel, and now we do have an Uso Noir artwork. Look at that. Patrio Balandrais Dagal. I think you're Eclair's Hoa Korea. Vote for her. Vote for her, girl. Super cute. I love Shushutan already. I wonder what Shushutan does. Shapeshifter? Uso Noir? Maybe. Just maybe. Luluka thinks she's on one step ahead, but the one who is one step ahead is actually Precure Eclair. Anyways, let us check Brad Clone, who's bringing us this beautiful artwork. And they're saying, you cannot stay long now. A storm is approaching. Wow. Love the sky. Pretty. Pretty, pretty. Pretty, pretty. Shushutan is a girl. We don't know that. We know nothing about Shushutan. And now for Fufal Mimi. The Sukebancha Precure Kangaroo like self-proclaimed cute rebel fairy Bun Bun. Girl, I love it. And the Sukebancha Precure transformation device, the Rakugai Heart Spray. A spray paint can with several heart paints to use. Girl, I love this. What a great concept. The season about rebels. I am obsessed. This for my video game. Oh, tell us more. Tell us more. Are you doing a game? Are you creating a game? I love this. I love Bun Bun. Bun Bun, you're so cute. Oh my god. This Miyuki was on our screen, wasn't she? I love her already. And she's eating okonomiyaki, which is delicious. And we also have Sukebancho Precure. Cure Errant of the Sukebancho Precure is getting pretty fed up with how many student council presidents keep showing up. Oh my god. Look at all of them. Who's your favorite student council president? Mine is probably Madoka. She's just spraying a little bit. Let her art show. You're a kangaroo. Love it. We are big fans of Sukebancho Precure already. I love the rebels. And we also have Duka Duka Battery by bringing us... Is this some sort of Project Sekai AU? Yes, she doesn't have a band yet, but this is Match from Battle for Dream Island in my Project Sekai AU. Tomoe Minori. To be someone is to be stylish. Minori says, and always finding ways to help bring a smile to their clothes and well-being. Thrifting, makeup, favorite food curry. Likes fashion and shopping, dislikes getting her hair wet. Girl, wash your hair. Sometimes. She's a Gemini. I vibe with her already. Now we're moving on to Instagram, checking out Mohav, who is bringing us Komugi with glasses. Adorable. We have Friendy. Is this a Mixel? Or is this just a microphone? I thought this was a Mixel. I now know what Mixels are. And I have a favorite. And we also have Asuka from Ojamajo Doremi, who celebrated her birthday earlier this week. Adorable. Moving on to Kendra. Kendra is bringing us some idols from her season. Those are the items. Transformation item C readers. Transformation phrase Precure navigation time. It's also a purification item, but only with solo attacks. A group attack item, Ocean Sword. Attack name, Precure Seas Wave. Mid-season cure item, Coral Ship Pact. Transformation item, and attack item, Golden Marine Sword. This is very nice. I like the Sea Riders. They're like, they were the mascots, right? They're adorable. I love them. Geocub is getting ready for some gardening. Will your dog let you? Here lies the question. Will your dog let you? But girl, I love those flowers. I love gardening, but I don't like getting my hands dirty. I hate getting my hands dirty. I have this problem. I have this issue. I don't know if you guys have this issue, but I do. Anyways, now for Crearia. Crearia brought me this artwork from Shay, and this is Shay Mershey, Siren Shay. And this is what Discord thought it was a little inappropriate, but it's just Shay, right? With a beautiful mermaid tail. I love this. It's a beautiful artwork, but we have more Shay. Red Prince Shay. Gorgeous. Love the costume. Love it. And we also have Shay giving it their all on the Met Gala, girl. Look at this. Fashionista all the way. I love this. I love the hair too. Love the pose. Love it. This is kind of, what's her name? Girl, I'm forgetting everything today. The Pink Pony Club singer. Pink Pony Club Chaperone. This is very Chaperone to me. I don't know why. This gives me Chaperone vibes. And now we have some moments. Girl, why can't I English today? Stormcloud Brawler is here, bringing us some Tomodachi life. I've packed all my feelings for you into this calm cat. Girl, this is an adorable cat. I love you. Please go out with me. Would you go out with someone who gave you a cat like this? I would say yes. The one who really loves CL is me. You and a lot of people from the fandom, Ichika. What a lot of rubbish. I'm clearly the one who loves you the most, CL-san. Who is trying to steal CL from Ichika? Which one? Oh my god. Who will you choose, CL? Oh, Mayu. Oh my god, she chose Mayu. Girl. No. CL, no. Ichika's dead, just like me. They are dating? No. No, this is not allowed. Poor Ichika. Girl, no. I am sad now. We also have Aquatic, who is bringing us. Here's my sketch of Star Detective OC. Cure Ringabel, the Yellow Bee, Cure of Action, and Cure Medusa, the Green Snake, Cure of Intuition. So this is Cure Ringabel with Be Miraculous. These are the details, the shoes, the amazing shoes, and her gorgeous face. I love this. We also have Cure Medusa with Snake Miraculous. I love Medusa. Medusa motifs to me are always a slay. The shoes are everything. Love it. And Aquatic has said, I have a theory about Cure Arcana being a white cure. I think she'll have two sides, shine and shadow. Like how tarot cards not just connected to past, present, and future, but also has different meaning between upright position as light and reverse as shadow. So I think Arcana shine will be her purification and shadow will be her attack. Oh, I like it. I like your theory of the tarot as well. And beautiful. This looks beautiful. I like it. Very nice. And now for Pinkberry. Pinkberry is bringing us her edits. We have Himari, Mitsuki Girl, big spoon, and Sakura with a big fork. No. Yeah, it's a fork. I can't English today. I don't know what's happening to me. And now we have Gumi Angel's signature cards. First, we have Ruby. And then Book, Nickel, and Gelatin. But not only them have signature cards. We have the Dreamlight signature cards with Rosa, Maki, and Victoria. Victoria! We also have Inori, Aoi, and Gumi. Gumi's so cute. Did she debut already? I watched her episode, but I did not watch the next one. Happy Cinco de Mayo. What is Cinco de Mayo again? Dia Cinco de Mayo. Oh. Mexican culture. Batalha de Puebla. A vitória mexicana sobre as tropas francesas. Oh, the battle against the French. Oh, okay. Cinco de Mayo. Nice. Happy Cinco de Mayo. May the 4th be with you. Did you guys celebrate May the 4th be with you? Did you guys celebrate it? Nerd Day? Nice. We also have Sophia. Let's see what Sophia is bringing to us. I'm so grateful to be in your life. Elena, thank you for everything you do to me. This is so cute. We deserved a moment like this in the show. Oh, look at them. Oh my God, girl. Those 5 are just everything. Some say she has a secret Girls' Generation collection in her basement. Hikaru? I have a girl. No. Hikaru is talking about. I don't understand how this game works. Oh, they're just talking about uni. I have a Girls' Generation collection in my basement too. Most are from conventions, and I even have a signed one. Oh my God. Maruka's shocked. Oh, she's talking about Hikaru here, and in here she says that she also has a Girls' Generation collection. Okay. They're talking about trying cooking together soon. Oh my God, they're soulmates. They've been married for 10 days and they're soulmates already. Oh, look at the team together. They're dreaming about a bright future together. Soulmates, super in love. They've been married for 9 days. Okay, honey. This is so nice. I love it. And now we have Omikyu. Omikyu is bringing us some cures. We have here, drawing off my press start cures. They're all doing the same boring pose. My bad. Cure Hero. Kirameku Yume. Cure Speed. Urisaka Minako. Cure Puzzle. Nazo Kimyo. Cure Bald. Cure Build, girl. Cure Bald. Cure Build. Hayami Misayo. She's adorable. I think Build is my favorite. And we also have our Mikutan. Pochitan of the week. This week is Mikutan. I love this. This is everything. We also have Cure Metaverse, who is bringing us Mafurun. Mafu. And also a different kind of Hiro no de Bandes. It's Hero Time from Sora. Ooh. She is now a Toku character, it seems. I love this. This is everything. And we also have Shiny, who is giving us a new cure. This is their OG from Star Detective, Precure. He's an experienced May Tante. We also have the little mascot. Oh my god. I love this. And the little weapon. It has an antenna with thunder powers. Gorge. I love this fairy so much. Girl, wait, I do have more. I do have one little thing from Omikyu here. Did I forget someone? Omikyu and Enjoy. Those are the ones that I still have things to show. If there's something else, let me know. Send in the chat, please. Every Miku is canon. Oh my god. Oh, let me see. Because Callie said that... Oh, Geocup has planted already. Let's see. Does your dog let you do this? Because sometimes they don't, right? Oh, and we have more memes from Callie. So let's go. We need to go over them very fast because time is ticking. Time goes by so slowly. First off, a child lost and alone, but a mother's loveful shadow can reach its child time beyond. Happy Mother's Day to Star Detective Precure and you all. This is so sweet. Such a lovely message. I love this. The little pochi. Girl, this is everything. Enjoy. I love it. And we also have this other Enjoy post. The Secret is coming out. Star Detective Precure episode 15. Oh, also, are we going to have the new Mystique attack today? Oh, look at Mystique Reflection getting ready. Girl. Oh my god, what is going to happen in today's episode? Omikyu also gave us this. This is the new Cure Eclair image that Omikyu has found on the internet. Oh, actually, their uncle works at Toei. That's where they do work. This is Geocup's Haven. They've been planting. Look at that. I put them in the ground the first half of the stream. And my dog's fine. He's 8.5 years old and obedient. Oh, he's so cute. I love your dog. So cutie. Oh my god. Your backyard is going to look amazing in a few weeks with the plants. And we have more memes by Callie. Oh my god, Pochitan is calling. Hello? Pochitan? Trade offer. I receive your money. You receive Precure merch. I like this offer. Who would win? An extremely powerful fairy bear. An extremely powerful fairy who uploads videos. The Precure fandom. Which one of these are true about Precure? The cures get destroyed. Everyone is gay. Their identities get revealed. They are no longer become cures. Girl, it depends on the season. It depends on the season. Male cures and yaois. The reason this heart still beats. This is Callie. Girl, this is Callie. Totally. It has been 3 years since we've gotten a male cure on the main team. Silence Precure fan. A Pochitan is talking. How Pochitan feels to drag Anna 20 years into the past. Pochitan loves the chaos. Missing Kabaton. Have you seen me? If found, contact Magical Cinnamon. Really? Right in front of my magical boy sons? This is Callie again. Cure Connect appears in episode 42, but is never seen again. He is seen in merch only. A pretty Cure Harry. That once he spent too much of his money on Precure merch. Girl, this was me last year. I spent everything I had saved. Who's the character that Sophia and Love beef over? No. Kabaton is mine, and girl, I'm sorry. Luluka, Star Detective Precure, the Phantom Thieves Guild. Types of headaches: migraine, hypertension, stress, and pochiton. Poor pochiton, we love it. Wanted Niji, reward for him to be Cure Eclair. Does he want it? Will you stop saying the 4 girls in Star Detectives are Cure Eclair? For 5 minutes? Girl, we're not gonna stop. We're gonna keep on saying it. We don't talk about Cure Eclair. Oh, sorry. We don't talk about her. Kelly, which girl? And with that, I'm out. We'll continue checking out the Cali memes next week because I'm traumatized. Oh my god. I cannot believe Cali did it. Girl, I can't. You went too far, Kelly. I'm joking, obviously. Anyways, babies, thank you all so much for today's stream. I'm going pink to say goodbye because I miss my Kira Kilala queen, Uta. Today's episode is going to be a big episode. I feel like I'm very, very excited. I cannot wait to watch it. There's no Shakira concert, so I'll be back to my original place of recording, I think. And I'll record my video right after the episode. It takes a little while to upload, but you know the drill. It takes a lot to edit, but right after the episode, I will get my episode review out. Please check it out. And later this week, I'm gonna record the other interview that I was not able to record during this stream. There was no time. We like to talk a lot, right? And I love talking. You all love talking too, so we just keep on chatting. So the 2 videos are going to be uploaded this week. The one I recorded and the other one I still need to do the recording. Lulu to Lily episode 6 is coming out tomorrow. There will also be a video this week packed with videos. Also, I'm waiting for the full reveal of the Ichiban Kuji collection to do the video on the new merch with the figures from Cure Dream and Milky Rose. We might have another figure in the collection because there's the last prize, and the last prize might be another figure. Maybe Imagine a Cure Lemonade last prize. I would love it, but I don't know. So I'm waiting for the full lineup of merch from Ichiban Kuji to do a video on the merch and all the other merch that have been revealed in the past few days. There isn't much, but I'll cover. Thank you all so much for sharing your arts, your memes, your crafts, everything you've been doing lately. Thank you all so much. And it seems Korea wins our poll. Let's see the percentages before saying goodbye. Korea gets 55% of the vote. Rei gets 22%, Shiruku 6%, and Elisa 7%. Most people believe that Korea is Cure Eclair, and there's a reason for that, right? If there was nothing, I would believe it was Shiruku. I would be going for Shiruku. I would be rooting for Shiruku. But we already know, right? Anyways, babies, we're going. And thank you so much for being here once again. Thank you for arts. Thank you for the super chats. This really motivates me to keep going. Thank you very, 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 very much for being here every week. Thank you, babies. And I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.